Hello, my name is Touma. My ID is 6359553, and this is our video report for Lab 3 from Group 2.
Hi, I am Hannah Contramaestre. My group number is number 2. Panther ID is 6117264. This is for course EEL 3110. This is for lab number 3.
So I did activity number 1, and for this one, we're finding the Theven and Norton equivalent circuit. So the first step to find this circuit, you have your original circuit. I had all my circuits drawn out on Multisim, but I completely forgot to screenshot them, and I exited out of the program, and just left it like that. And I left it at EC because that's the only place I have access to Multisim. Anyways, so you have your circuit, and then in order to find your VTH, it is equal to your voltage, which is 2.4 in this case. That's what I chose as the voltage. So if VTH is equal to 2.4, then we have to find our RTH, which we have to make all our independent sources 0. And for this case, the RTH is equal to R1. So I chose the R1 to be 1. So then we have our equivalent circuit, which we drew out over here. I'm zooming in. So this is the equivalent circuit for the Theven. And then we have to find our short circuit current. So we get our original circuit, and then we make that equal to the voltage divided by the R1 with resistor 1, which would be 2.4 over 1, which is equal to 2.4. And to get our RO, which is our output resistance, that is also equal to the RTH, and the RTH is also equal to R1, so it would be 0. And then for the equivalent circuit for Norton, it would be this, which I'm zooming into right now. And that is activity number 1 of lab 3. Thank you.
I worked on the first circuit of activity 2, and my objective was to find the Thevenin and Norton equivalent circuits of the circuit that I created and determine what the potentiometer value would change for both theorems. As you can see here, I created this circuit with the conditions that were given, and I decided to put 50% of the potentiometer for my calculations. Here I determined the voltage and the resistance for the Thevenin theorem using the multimeter and the ohms variation and the volts variation, as you can see in the screen, resulting in the following Thevenin equivalent circuit with the resistance and the voltage that we found in the previous slide. Now for the Norton, I had to get the current using the same multimeter, since I already had the resistance calculated from the previous theorem. So as you can see, we got 3 milliamps for the current. And so the Norton equivalent circuit was created as follows. The conclusion that I got from this experiment is that the potentiometer value affects only the current, since in my case and in the following, the resistance and voltages values do not change, but the current changes in the different way as it changes the potentiometer. So for example, if the potentiometer increases, the current will decrease, and vice versa.
Hello, this is lab 3. I did the drawing here. It's pretty simple to do. I did 70%. This is what it came out to for the ohms. I did it here for 70%. This is the number I got. For volts didn't really change much from 70 or 50. The only one that changed a little bit was the ohms. This last number changed like very, very little. on this one, the last one, the amps changed a lot. When I moved it, it went to like 400 or 500.